After trading for 6 years and making 7 figures with a 60% win rate, what if I told you the only thing standing between you and consistent profits as a trader is fixing these 10 simple mistakes? I used to make all of these mistakes, losing thousands to now making over 6 figures a month trading live in front of my community members. And today, I'm sharing the exact blueprint you need to avoid them all. Unless you want to be like 99% of traders who eventually quit, lock in and I'll show you how to flip the switch and become consistent so you can create the life of freedom that you've always dreamed of. So with that said, let's dive into it. The first lesson I learned the hard way: a lack of discipline in life equals a lack of discipline in trading. Here's the truth: your trading is a mirror of your lifestyle. Sloppy habits lead to sloppy trading every time, without doubt. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I got sick. I wasn't sleeping properly, I was eating junk food non-stop, I was skipping workouts, I had zero structure to my day and my life. My life felt chaotic and my trading results reflected that. I'd impulsively entered trades fueled by emotions, ignoring my trading rules, and this would lead to me also overtrading. And guess what? I paid the price. I blew accounts left, right and center. I was going around in circles. I'm sure you understand this feeling. But then I had this realization: how can I expect to be consistent in the markets when I can't even get the basics and fundamentals right in my own life? This was the moment I flipped the switch and got serious about self-improvement. I started going to sleep and waking up at the same time. I cleaned up my nutrition. I started exercising more regularly. I built a daily routine structured around my trading. Journaling became a non-negotiable, not just for trading, but also for my thoughts and also for my goals. Now I know this sounds corny, but think about it. Are you consistent with the time you wake up every day? Are you consistent with your eating habits, your fitness, your journaling? If not, how can you expect to show up with consistency and discipline in the markets? So here's what you need to do: build a routine. A structured lifestyle builds the mental framework for disciplined trading. To be successful, you need to commit to the same things day in, day out. Whether that's sticking to your trading model, following your strategy, showing up to the same trading session every single day, or journaling every single trade. Remember, discipline in life leads to discipline in trading, and that's step 1. The second lesson I learned is that impatience will cost you everything in trading. If there's one thing that's going to destroy your results, it's impatience. Rushing and expecting instant success is the mindset mistakes that separates those who win from those who lose. Trading isn't about taking every single opportunity that the market gives you. It's about waiting for your perfect setup. Think of a sniper. Do they fire at every single move and target? Of course not. They sit, they wait, and they only take the shot when the conditions are absolutely perfect. When I first started trading, I was the complete opposite of a sniper. I rushed everything thinking this one is going to be the big winner. I'd see the movement on the chart and jump in without considering if it aligned with my plan and with my rules. And guess what happened? I only made loss after loss. Now, before I take any trade, I ask myself one simple question: does this align 100% with my strategy? And if the answer is no, I wait. And if the answer is yes, I execute with confidence. This one shift changed everything for me. When I started waiting only for my A+ setups and stopped chasing the market, I finally started to become profitable. Remember, impatient won't make you a successful trader quicker. It will make you a consistent loser. So learn to wait, learn to sit on your hands, because in trading, less is often more. And that leads us straight into the third reason that most traders fail: you're only following signals and copying other traders. I understand that we all go through this, especially at the start, but if you're copying trades, you're simply gambling. Long-term success isn't found in signals group, it's found in mastering your own decision making. I get it, when you're starting, it's tempted to follow someone else's calls because it feels safer. But the problem is, if you're scared to enter trades without the reassurance of copying someone else, you're not building any skills you need to succeed. You're going to be stuck in the cycle of dependency and depending on someone else, which isn't good. And that is not how the top 1% of traders move. Again, when I started my journey, I was no different. I was glued to multiple signals group, waiting for someone else to give me that green light. I know you know this feeling, and it felt easy until the signals didn't work anymore. That's when I realized if I wanted to become a successful trader myself, I had to build my own skill set and stop leaning on others. So here's what I did to build my confidence in my own trades. I dedicated time to understanding price action. I spent hours studying the charts, learning how markets move and how to identify key setups. I journaled every single trade I took, win or loss, and analyzed them to see what worked and what didn't. At first, it wasn't easy. There were plenty of times where I second guessed myself, but over time I started to see more progress, and then the more I trusted my own analysis, the more confident I became. My trading completely transformed. No more relying on signals, no more gambling, just me, my strategy, and the market. Once you take the leap from following signals to making your own winning trades, there's no feeling like it. This is when you really feel like you claim back your independence and your freedom and can see the potential in the market. So if you're stuck in the signals trap, ask yourself, are you ready to take ownership of your trading future? Because when you do that, that's when everything changes. Now, let's talk about the fourth reason I know many traders fail. This is because they're trying to trade too many markets. This is something you want to avoid. When you're starting, it's tempting to dip your toes into every market. Forex, indices, stocks, crypto. You want a piece of it all. The problem is that trying to master multiple markets spreads your focus way too thin. Each market has its own unique nuances, and I know you see many of your favorite traders online trading many different markets, but what you don't realize is that people like us learn to dominate one market before exploring others. So here's my advice to you. Start with one market, study it, learn its rhythm, and master it. Once you've built consistency, you can expand to other markets, but not before. The goal is to simplify your trading and not complicate it in the beginning. Next up, reason number 5 was huge for my trading success, and this is stop chasing money over mastery. Let me tell you a story about how this small mindset shift changed everything for me. At the start, all I could think about was the money. I would calculate my profits in my head before I entered any trade, and because of this, I ended up making emotional decisions. I was greedy when I should have been cautious, I was fearful when I should have been confident, and revenge trading after a loss was a huge problem for me. My focus on the money made me reckless and kept me losing even more. Then came my wake-up call. I remember a specific trade I took on gold. I was fixated on making a quick profit that I forced an entry. My bias was incorrect and the trade tanked. I lost thousands in just minutes. That was the moment I realized my priorities were all wrong. From that day forward, I made the decision that I wouldn't chase money anymore. I would chase skill and mastery. At that time, I shifted my focus to improving my skill set, to making better trades and focusing on the process instead of profits. The ironic part of all of this is that when I stopped chasing the money, the profits flowed naturally. When your focus is on growth, not on greed, your emotions have less power over you. And this means you trade smarter with a clearer head, and that's when the game changes. At least that's what happened for me anyway. Then, the only thing that truly matters in the game is managing your risk. And that brings me to reason number 6. As a trader, the one thing you do control is how much you're willing to risk in the markets. If you're risking too much on a single trade, you're always risking being one loss away from blowing up your entire account. For me, the wake-up call came after a series of reckless trades. As we all do when we're beginners, I thought I could outtrade the market, but the market quickly humbled me. The problem wasn't just the losses, it was my mindset here. I didn't have a plan, I didn't understand my risk to reward profile, I didn't have a predefined dollar value that I was comfortable with losing during trading, and I wasn't using stop losses properly. But once I realized this, I decided that capital preservation always comes first. Now, before I take any trades, I follow a simple but powerful process. First, I define my stop loss and the dollar value that I'm okay with losing if my thesis is wrong. Before I click buy, I know exactly how much I'm willing to lose, which is usually around 1 to 2% of my account, nothing more, nothing less. Second, I make sure the trade has favorable risk to reward ratio. If the potential reward isn't at least twice the risk, then I don't take the trade. Simple as that. I stick to the plan, no moving stop losses mid-trade, no second guessing myself. Simple. The goal isn't to hit huge wins every single time. It's to protect your capital and stay in the game long enough to see consistent success, and this approach has made all of the difference for me. What's more exciting is now I get to share all of this process live every single day with the traders in the Playbook community. The team and I trade in front of all of our members every single day, showing them exactly how we manage our risk, execute strategies, and make our decisions. My community is winning, I'm winning, my partner's winning, and if you want to win with us, simply click the first link in the description to join us. We're only 6 steps in, and everything I've shared so far in this video is just the surface of what we dive into inside Playbook. This is where you learn the fine details of trading success step by step. Now let's move on to reason 7, because if you don't have a proven plan or system written down, you will lose. Without a system, you're just gambling. The reality is you might just get lucky a few times, but more often than not, you're setting yourself up for failure. Let me break it down for you further. So when you don't have a mechanical model, something that you can follow like clockwork, you're just guessing. There's no strategy, no repeatable process, and without a clear plan, you won't know where to enter and where to exit, or how to manage your trades, or even manage your emotions during the trade. But when you have a proven system, everything changes. A solid plan gives you the confidence to execute trades without second guessing yourself. It helps you to stick to your strategy even when things are going your way. Losing streaks are a part of this game, but if you have a plan, you can weather them without getting emotional. A proven system allows you to understand your win rate percentage and your average risk to reward ratio, and this is key. For example, if you know that your system wins around 60% of the time, and when it does win, it gives you a minimum of a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. With a consistent 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, you only need a 40% win rate to become profitable. So understanding this is what builds confidence in your model and system over time. This is exactly why I teach my playbook community about my inverted liquidity model and opening range break strategies. These are proven systems that have allowed me to trade with confidence and consistency whilst having an optimal risk profile. They've been crucial in helping my community see similar results to me. The key is to pick 1 or 2 models that are proven and stick to them. Don't hop from strategy to strategy hoping to find something better. Master 1 or 2 and execute them consistently. When you treat trading like a business and approach it strategically, it's hard to lose. And that leads me to reason number 8. You must treat trading like a business and not gambling. Let's be real here. If you're making random trades based on emotion, gut feelings, or tips from social media, you're setting yourself up to lose. Now, I know the temptation to jump into trades because you feel like it's going to work, but trading isn't about luck. It's about skill and execution. But what if you treat trading like a real job or a business? What if you woke up at the same time every day? What if you took your trading preparation seriously? What if you set clear trading hours and worked based on data, not just emotions or gut feelings? Now here I'm talking about real data. Data allows you to make informed decisions and it removes the emotion and guesswork from the equation. When you treat trading like a business, you start focusing on the process over a long period of time. And that's when the profit starts to follow as a byproduct. And that's why journaling is so important. So on the topic, the next point is one of the main key things 99% of traders don't do, and that's not using a trade journal. Every single trader should be tracking and analyzing their trades. This is because without tracking, you have no data, and as a result, you'll never improve. You need to know what works and what doesn't, and without a journal, you can't do this. Let me tell you another short story. In my first year of trading, I never journaled a single trade. This led to a lot of wasted time and many mistakes that could have been avoided, and I lost a lot of money and I have no idea why. I couldn't track my progress and I had no real way of seeing patterns or learning from my past mistakes. Overall, it's just because I had no data. Fast forward to today, where I make 6 figures a month, and I can tell you that journaling has been essential to my success. So if you're unsure how to, here's how I journal every single trade. Before entering a trade, I write down my rationale and why I'm taking this position. Afterward, I document the outcome, including whether I was wrong or whether I was right. I also record my emotional state during the trade, and most importantly, I take a screenshot of every single trade so that I can go back and review them at the end of the week. This gives me valuable insight into my decision-making process and helps me spot patterns in my behavior that I can improve on. Now, you might want to use something like the Playbook Journal, which is designed to help you track everything in a structured way, just like I do. It's a great way for you to stay on top of your trades, and I'll leave the link in the description just for you. So moving forward, you need to log every single trade. Do not skip this step, and over time you will start to notice behavior patterns, and that's how you're going to improve. And this leads me on to my next point. Stop over trading. Whether you're winning, whether you're losing, don't get too happy or don't get too sad. Stay level-headed. The market doesn't care about your emotions, so neither should you. Taking too many trades, chasing losses, or revenge trading is what kills accounts, and honestly, if you're watching this video, it's probably happening to you already. Let's be real, you're probably not sticking to just one market session and 1 to 2 trades per day, are you? You probably don't have rules like 2 wins or 2 losses per day and then step away. Instead, you're forcing trades, and when the market conditions aren't right, that's counterproductive. Sometimes the best trade you can make is not to trade at all. Now that you know the 10 reasons you're not consistently profitable as a trader, let's get into what happens next. After you apply all of these lessons, you'll definitely want to know how to grow your account. So watch this video next, where I break down how I'd make 100k day trading if I had to start all over again. As always, you've got this.